Okay, let's get on with it. Today we are unboxing a big fat shipment from Japan. If you're wondering what that is, this is my forearm and wrist strengthening wand. I work at home a lot, my wrists hurt, my grip's weak, and this provides me a nice set of resistance while I'm on the computer and working. We are in my office, where I do the work, where the good stuff happens. And this is also where I work from home and where I manage a lot of the cards business. If you don't know, I sell on eBay. I sell online in Facebook groups, subreddit, Discords. Did fairly well last year. Broke over 6 figures in sales. Also on TCG Player. So we did well. For having this as a part-time hobby. Yeah, man, it's been fun. So we're gonna go through what we bought. A lot of this is, I would say, nowadays it's for resale. Not a lot of this goes into the PC. Well, I lie. That's not true. One sec, I'm gonna get the door. Come on, buddy, get in here. Get my dog in here. As you can tell, my display is kind of a mess. I haven't cleaned up since the last vending and the last show we did. Okay, so I'm gonna open these things one at a time, show you guys what I got. Again, most of the stuff is for the business these days. I don't buy too much for the collection. I mean, honestly, what I should say is everything I end up buying for the collection, in one way or another, I figure out how to sell it because the value goes up, or, you know, I just, gosh, why is this so hard to open? I just don't want it anymore. So, first box, let's see what we got. This is a fairly large shipment again from Japan. Anytime there is a sale on Mercari or Bai, I make use of it. I won't talk about like, oh, well, what do I buy and what are my plays? You can kind of see that for yourself. But I do think that the arbitrage between Japan, the Japanese market, so stuff you buy in Japan, and the stuff you can sell online to the Western market, eBay, Facebook groups, Vending, from the new experience I have, Discord. If anyone says the arbitrage or the value is not there, they have not looked hard enough. You can find a lot of stuff in Japan, in Japanese, that sells for cheaper. And, oh, what are we here? You can find a lot of stuff in Japan right now, or typically, let's take this out, that will sell for way better amounts. Oh, I love this card so much. Way better amounts on eBay, Facebook, if you know what you're looking for, and if you time it right. And so that arbitrage is hopefully not a secret, and if it is, you're welcome. But if you do your research and look around, oh, I love this card so much. In Japanese, it just looks, the texture is just so much better. I see a white dot. You can see the white dot right there. Love it. This is a good example of something that maybe on another day, in another year, this will go on the PC, but this is going straight to the eBay vault. And I should make pretty good margin on that one. So there you go. There is a, as they say, a play. And then if you end up getting the extra packaging, when you check out on Bai, this is what it looks like. In addition to the packaging that Bai does, for the whole package, they'll also do it for the individual card, which is really, really nice. Kind of overkill, but, you know, when you're buying expensive stuff, I don't think there's such thing as overkill for packaging. Let's see. So this is kind of a mess. Let's figure out the best way of doing this. Let's go here. There's a wide array or assortment of random stuff here. I bought a handful of things primarily to sell at my next vending event, which is going to be in sometime in April. I did vending. Oh, I had this box. This is the Pokemon Go box. I did my first vending event this past 2 weeks ago, and it was awesome. I mean, let's be honest. Selling a bunch helps. But other than that, it was a lot of fun. Met a lot of people. Learned a lot. You know, it reminds me of back in the day when I was in elementary school. You could sign up to run the student store, or the store like where people sold stuff. And I would always sign up because you would get free corn nuts and fruit roll-ups. But I just liked being kind of customer facing and, you know, selling stuff to people. So this is This is a massive modern V-Star. Yeah, you can see it all. VMAX lot. Ooh, see, they did not pick this. This is great. This is fantastic. You know, it's modern. It sells okay to well enough, but given the price, you know, I think the lot should be 700 cards. This definitely does not look like 700 cards, does it? I think I paid 15 to 20 cents per. Which, you know, that's obviously not very much. Ooh, see? And, you know, the pictures for this thing were a stack of cards from a reputable seller. Given the price, this is like a $10 or $15 card, I think. Given the price and these EVs sell well, oh my God, this is perfect. Love it. Love it. Given the price, sorry, I like to ramble a lot. Given the price and the quantity and I need inventory, you know, it was kind of the obvious buy for my binders and then my lots if I go to shows. When I go to my next show, I'm going to look at this. Oh my gosh. See, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, I like that card too. You don't see a lot of incandescent Arcana cards. I don't think that set was open that much. I mean, the box prices are like $100 now. So, yeah. Mew, Rayquaza. So this seller, yeah, opened up a bunch of product. Said, screw it. I don't want to deal with the bulk, all the V's and stuff. And, yeah. I just want to peek through one more pile real quick. This is, you know, value-wise is incredible. If you can do the work. Is it worth doing the work? I mean, it's entirely up to you. Do you have an outlet for selling this stuff? Do you sell, you know, packs of V's and hits? If you're willing to do the work, there's a lot of upside that you can get from, you know, focusing on this kind of stuff. And the Japanese stuff, I think, gets overlooked. Like this type of selling. I don't think most people... what is this string for? Most people do that. They'd rather stick to English, but I feel like there's definitely room to participate in this. Rayquaza. So there's a lot of S12A. I think that's V-Star Universe, right? So there's a lot of like mega modern recent sets. What is that set? A lot of this bulk. All these bulk hits I have. Same sets that I opened back in the day. EV Heroes, V-Star Universe, VMAX Climax, some other stuff. So, all right, we're down here. Look at that. What's that? Is that Metazoo? Dead game? Okay, we're gonna continue. Cool. I will sort that later. All right, let's keep going. This is gonna be a mess, but whatever. The thing I like about Bai, if you ask them to, and they package your stuff, they package it well. They send this stuff, which is great. However, I can't really make use of this because they don't sell anything that is this big. So typically when I reuse this, I have to cut it with a pair of scissors. And I love storing this stuff if I have 1 box worth, but I have like 3 box worth of stuff in the corner. Okay, let's go. So I lied. There are actually some PC items in this, personal collection items in this. I think this is not one of them. Never mind. So I think a lot of people would opt to buy raw copies and grade them, which is a great idea. However, finding raw Japanese that's gradable, I mean, this doesn't even deserve a 10. Look at that summary. Finding a raw Japanese that is gradable, especially of this era, is not easy anymore. And so, you know, for me, buying... Oh, I love this card so much. Buying this graded and selling it to the Western market is very low risk. It ties up a little bit of capital, but, you know, it's a card that's going to sell well, sell quickly. Not a lot of people sell it. It's an amazing card. In English, it's obviously much more rare. This comes from a half deck. I swear there's a unlimited version that I got, but I don't know where it is. So, you know, it's something like this. 30% margin? 40% margin? I'm not kidding. No exaggeration. Like, if you do the work... Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff here. You do the work in your calculations and factor in... Sorry. Fees and all that jazz. I think most people overlook that, like... I don't want to say these are plays, but you can buy a lot of this stuff. I consider it much lower risk because you're not grading. And, you know, you can look at what you would make if you sold it. I know that sounds pretty straightforward, but I think in the hobby, people tend to overcomplicate things more than they need to. And they, you know, one thing I learned early as I started to buy, oh, there it is. Oh, it's not unlimited. So this is a near mint. This is not near mint. I think this is a cheap copy that I bought. Gosh dang it. I think in the hobby, people tend to overcomplicate things. And if you just sit down, know how to run a spreadsheet, know how to track prices, know how to be patient, there's a lot that you can buy to resell fairly easily. And typically, though, what that requires is not buying what everyone else is buying or talking about. You know, I'm making this video primarily just to share, and this is definitely moderately played. Share and just, you know, here's my experience. But you won't find a lot of people who purchase some of this stuff, especially with the intent to resell, because it's, you know, it's not what is talked about. Where was I? Oh. Okay, so these are bulk holos, and bulk holos are, you know, I'm buying a bunch because I have a couple outlets for buying these holos, different sellers on eBay, whatnot, etc. But I also need to fill out another binder, and so I'm purchasing a bunch of these. Oh my gosh! And you know, these should all be. Oh wow, this is actually near mint. No, it's not. Yeah, I could pass for near mint. I bought a bunch of these fill-up binders. You can see a little edge wear. I mean, this kind of stuff, you know, at my previous show that I was doing, and I look online, you could sell this for easily like $5-10 to the right person. If it's not in damaged condition, or maybe not even moderately played or worse, you know, this kind of stuff, when they open up binders, it's like, holy crap, where did this come from? I haven't seen something like this. So I like being able to provide stuff that is like a little bit different and unique, especially at shows. You know, again, I've only done one show, especially at a show where like you can find 151, you can find Shining Fates or Palladian Fates or whatever. Oh, there's a fat swirl in that one. You see that? Ooh, this is one of my favorite Polyrath cards. This is unfortunately damaged. Oof. Okay, that's, if I got $5 for that, I would be happy. Oh my gosh, nice. Pokekune. That's Pokekune, right? Yeah. And what do I pay for this? I mean, you have to really do the work to find lots that are worth buying, which a lot of people don't want to do, and I totally understand that. You can buy lots for fairly cheap, and as long as you have some way to resell those holos, I think you'll be in good shape. I won't go into specifics of how much, you know, how much I get. Oh, this is a I don't remember what set this is from. Lugia. I had this in a 10 before I sold it. There's some awesome. Oh, I just sold a 10 of this, I think, on eBay. Haunch Crow. These sell well. I can get probably $7-8 for it at a show, in person, or even online. Dustclops. You know, I low-key love Dustclops, and I'm sad that there's Duskmore, because I think just him is a great-looking card in Pokemon. Oh, these Giratinas. I still need to get this for my PC. I like it. Unsleeved. Cool. Let's continue. I have no idea what this is. I will say that if you're buying holos, be very careful in that the condition is questionable. Oh, this can be questionable, like this one. Let's go through it. Let's see what's going on here. I have not seen this card in a bit. Yeah, so this is more of a moderately played. I love this art, though. Moderately played lot. That's fine. They can fill out the binder nicely. I want to look through the rest of these real quick. Yeah, if you're going to buy them, be careful, because I have had lots where a lot of the holos are damaged and they don't say they are, but that happens when you buy from Japan. Ooh, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Oh, yes. See? And you find just some beautiful mid-era stuff like this. That's just, you know, I won't say how cheap I got this, but this is going to fill out a binder nicely. And this card is destroyed. To me, it's worth it. Okay. Let's just look at you real quick. Oh, more stuff. Okay, we'll go through that later. Let's continue. So, I forgot how many items are in here, but this is probably one of the larger shipments I have coming in. And, you know, I made use of that sale a lot of this is going to be for the vault. I mean, obviously not the holos, but a lot of this is going to be for vending and then the vault. There we go. This is actually going to PC. This is similar to the other ones. This is what we call a unlimited version. You don't really see these too often. Typically, you see the first editions everywhere. Now, I'm gonna look up the pop for this real quick. I think the pop for this is sub 100. The key thing about mid-era first edition cards versus unlimited, unlimited is more rare. However, unlimited doesn't necessarily always fetch a premium. And that's something I learned early. Just because it's more rare doesn't mean people will pay more for it. You will find, you know, people on occasion who want unlimited stuff, but you know, it's not like a no-brainer. So just keep that in mind if you're searching for unlimited stuff. I would say it's very, very, very niche, and not a lot of people are willing to pay a premium for something that's more rare. So this is going to PC. This was cheap. I'm a big fan of Level X cards, and Japanese is, you know, quietly, I think, flying under the radar. So you can get stuff like this. You know, I think I paid like $60 for this, which is, you know, not much for PSA 10. Great artwork. You know, Armturnape is, I don't know, not that popular, but he's still one of the starters. But stuff like this I'm collecting, adding my collection slowly over time, because you know, I like them, and they're cheap enough. And you know, I think that's the thing that I've kind of figured out is, if I'm going to buy stuff for the personal collection, I have to really like it. I have to really believe in it. No, that's not the right thing to say. I have to really like it, whether it's the artwork or the uniqueness or, you know, whatever it is. If I add it to the PC and that's not true, I have found that I'm typically getting rid of those cards eventually over time. But, you know, one thing I've learned is everything in the PC eventually has a price, and, you know, who knows, maybe one day that's going to go up in price and it'll be gone. So this is a raw pickup. It should be near mint. This is an exclusive artwork to Japanese, and it is in the Tag Team GX Sun and Moon set. Amazing card. I think in a PSA 10 it sells for, it's like a tiny bit of edge wear or something up here. I don't know if you can see that. In a 10 it sells for like 120 or something like that. I recently sold one, so I decided to pick up another one. Grading wise, you know, typically Sun and Moon, the print quality for Japanese is pretty good. The centering is what screws you. And so even the centering on this it's not too bad, but you can see the right side's a bit thicker than the left. Just keep that in mind. Like that, it's not a no-brainer. If you buy Japanese, you're going to get a 10. Especially from Sun and Moon, especially for tag team cards. Anything that has that double border on it is prone to, you know, centering issues. There's another catch for the PC. I've been meaning to get this for a while. It's Electivire from Beat of the Frontier. I like this level X. These level X's that have this, like, I don't know what we call it, like hollow bleed. This custom texture that you don't find in English cards. This is also cheap. I would disclose it cost me like $70 or $80 during the sale. It was a low list. Again, I'm collecting level X's, so it's going to go in the collection. Beautiful card. Okay. 25 minutes in already. Oh, this is... I know what these are. kind of upset that's how they package them, but whatever. I'm a big fan of these. I have purchased probably over 50 at this point. Right now, they are super cheap. I think I got these for like 17 each. They're going to go into the vending binder and be resold. I'll probably grade some. I have some being at, some at, what is it? BGS right now. And I have a handful that came back from PSA. So, trainers, waifus, whatever you want to call them. I consigned this to a friend at Collecticon, and it's sold. And I had the opportunity to pick it up cheap, so I bought another one. I don't really buy trainers. Typically what happens is, I don't buy graded trainers. I'll buy them raw cheap. I have historically. I'll grade them. Market goes up, made good money. Market went down, sitting on a bunch. But in terms of just graded 10s, I don't think I've really purchased them before. Maybe a few. And especially at this value, I think this card right now goes for like 600 at least. They're still very popular. I have a handful in my collection of trainers in general, but I would say I'm not really a collector. I just have them as kind of trade bait and to sell. And then obviously during that recent sale, I got that for free, plus some cash by selling the other one. I'm making a mess. Okay, it's funny. It's gotten to the point with my imports that customs just leaves my stuff at the door. They're like, hey, you don't need to sign for this. Even though nowhere did I say that I don't want to sign for it anymore. I think they just got tired of having me sign and fill out the form. Some more of these. Again, big fan. I love these cards. I mean, this artwork looks so good. I'm in it for the long haul, so if these don't sell right away, that's fine. I just think they're a great promo. The art looks great. Growlithe, the Pika Pika. Really like that. Okay. Let's see. What are you? Sometimes I wonder what it'll take for Japanese sellers to start using painter's tape. I'd really appreciate that. Painter's tape is a godsend and solves all these tape problems that we have when people use Scotch tape and masking tape. Oh my gosh. Pretty sure this is just some random holos though, so I mean I hope it is and not. Oh, I know what this is. Not exactly random, but I'm sure someone's watching this and thinking, oh my god, what is this guy doing? Okay. This is, I believe, 10 or 15 sets of the starters. This is mainly for binders. I think I got these for 10, 15, 75 cents each per trio. So, no, definitely not that cheap. $1.50. So 50 cents each for popular base. 151 Pokemon. Blastoise, Venusaur, Charizard. It's gonna fill out the vending binder nicely. But yeah, it's stuff like that. Like, why would you go out of your way and want to buy that stuff? Well, look, I think a lot of people just, again, they overcomplicate things and they don't think about who are your 5 types of customers. Who's the kid that's going to show up and what do they want? Who's the enthusiast? Who's the Japanese trainer collector? I think, in this hobby, there is literally something for everyone. And it's all about, like, what do you want to offer? But if you only offer, like, the top stuff, and you don't really look at like what other, what value of things that you can acquire to sell outside of the top stuff. I think you kind of you put yourself in this vacuum and you limit a lot of potential. You limit yourself. This is Trainer. I already have her in the personal collection. I traded for her. This is intended for resale. Great trainer, Skyla. This is part of the Blue Shock Red Flash pre-order campaign. And so last I looked this up on Bulbapedia, I think if you purchased a booster box or packs during that time frame, you got this promo for free, which is great because now this promo is worth like $850 to $1,000. This is definitely going to the vault and will be resold. Even though there's a waifu crash over the summer, there's still some of them that are doing quite well and holding their value. Ooh. And another one. I did not realize I had two coming. Again, intended for resale. So as you can imagine, if it sells for $850 to $1,000, 0% fees with eBay. I typically aim for at least 20% profit margins, but I've been getting between 30 and 40 depending on the item. You do the math, you can figure out how much I bought it for, and that's arbitrage I'm willing to do. The risk is, relatively high, I would say, because the risk for something of that value is high. All it takes is a few people to purchase at 700 for the price to go down. But for me, I think I'm okay with doing a minimal amount of work and just having that as the sell one card and hopefully I get a good margin on it. This is intended for resale as well. I bought this for cheap. I don't have this intended for the personal collection. It is unlimited, which I don't think is going to help the resale price, but beautiful card. Ooh. Alakazam. So I have a few of these. It's one of my favorite level X's. I bought this to flip. I think, you don't really see this card too often, so hopefully in person at my next show, or when I post it online, it'll catch someone's attention. So, I started to focus more on higher profit, as high of a profit margin as possible, but higher value items to resell. And I think part of that's because I got really tired of, these feel good, of flipping a bunch of lower cost things, $20, $30 over and over again. It just got tiring. I was tired of going to the post office all the time. And so what I'm doing now is spending more capital, higher value stuff, flipping it, and then taking on that risk that, hey, maybe not, it might not sell for 30% margin, might dip down to 10. I think I'm more comfortable with that because, I can take on that risk. It's not, how should I frame this? I can take on that risk. I'm comfortable with it. But ultimately for me, I don't want to be doing more work to earn more money. I want to do less work to earn more money. And so in order to do that, I have to make higher value, higher risk plays. So this is a lot I bought of vintage stuff, just Neo. It's binder stuff. I could sell this for probably $3, $2. Just stuff to fill out the binder that I think people will like. A couple more packages. Ooh. I had to scoop this up so Java wouldn't get access to it before me. This is 25th. Let me get it open. Anniversary Zard. It's going down in price. I'm still confident in Zards just, you know, as flips, because you can never really go wrong with the Zard. And I think it'll take, I don't see these going down to close to what I paid for them raw. You can see at the top there's a little, I'll inspect it later. But I like these purchases, buying a handful of them, grading, flipping, reselling. You know, they are safe-ish. They're not the highest margin play these days, but you know, if you need to spend money and reliably get some margin, I think they're a good play. I think this might be another one. Oh boy. I should use my box cutter, but I'm a little worried. If you can hear that snoring on the side, that's my dog. He's just chilling here. He's a snorer. Okay. God, I hate tape so much. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, never mind. What is this tape? Okay. Oh my gosh. I've had my fair share of buy accidents. I do not want another one. Okay. 151 Zard. This is not a mega near mint copy. I think it's just near mint enough. Will it grade a 10? Eh. Oh my gosh, man. Killing me. Killing me. Will it grade a 10? Probably not. But I'll keep it raw. And I'll sell it. And it will sell. I'm not even going to bother right now. I'm tired of him. Okay, a handful more, and then I got to get going. Got some stuff to do. This is a stack of, I think these are just amazing rares. Tyranichars. Yep. Stack of, I think this is 8 or 10. That's for the binder. Let's speed this up. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the hobby as of late. As I continue to flip and build the business up. This is unlimited. This is going to PC. I would say I am a pseudo unlimited collector. I'll buy them if they're there. I won't pay the premium for them, but any chance I get to get them, I will gladly swoop them up. I think pop for this is sub 100. I have this in a first edition, but figured I should add it in unlimited. With the sale, honestly, I think I paid like $105 for this, which is ridiculously cheap. If I decide to resell it, then there's going to be significantly more that comes with that. Yeah, I've been enjoying the hobby a lot more because as I open up this stuff, I genuinely like most of the stuff I'm buying. And, push comes to shove, if none of this sells well or sells out, like, I wouldn't lose sleep having to keep some of it for a while. And I think that's key. Like, if you're going to buy and then you're going to resell, it's a lot easier to do that when you enjoy what you're buying versus, like, buying stacks and stacks and stacks of some expensive card and trying to sell it all. It's just not, I don't think you really build that connection with what you're purchasing. These are a bunch of holos. Nice. Snorlax. This is a good lot. My choke. Oops, I spilled the cards. Couple more. But yeah, I think if you can figure out what to buy that you enjoy and you figure out how to make money from it, I think the hobby will treat you well. And it might not always be the highest margin or most amount of money you can make, but I think what's key is, you know, especially for me, I have a newborn. All my free time in cards has to be extremely productive. I don't want to be in a position where I'm forced to sell stuff that I don't like. It just makes spending the extra time I have a little bit harder. I'd rather just enjoy the process as much as I can. And this is another personal collection. This is, I think there's 3 Infernape level X cards. This one in Japanese comes from like a competition, I think. Yeah, I love this one. Cool. Yeah, so I think that's it. Cool, guys. Well, this is one of my first videos since becoming a trader, seller, flipper, whatever you want to call it. Let me know if you have any comments or questions, but I appreciate support, and yeah, check me out later. Peace.